Good evening and thank you for joining us. Thunder Bay Police are investigating the second serious auto pedestrian collision since Thursday. This one happened at the corner of Simpson and Leith Street tonight, just before 8. There was still a heavy police presence around 10 p.m. as police continued to investigate. A pickup truck was seen in the intersection and what appeared to be an individual's belongings on the street. The pedestrian was transported to the hospital for treatment. There's no word on their injuries. The other auto pedestrian collision this week also happened on the city's south side, with police revealing yesterday it led to the death of a 25-year-old Thunder Bay man. Continuing with news from the Thunder Bay Police Service, which has arrested a man wanted for attempted murder. The incident dates back to July of last year and happened in the Cumming Street area. Police responded to find a man injured after a shooting incident. He was then transported to hospital for treatment. As a result of the investigation, police located and arrested a 22-year-old from Toronto yesterday at an address in the 100 block of May Street North. That man faces a number of charges, including attempted murder and unauthorized possession of a firearm. The accused appeared in court today and will remain in custody with a future court date. Learning with a purpose and for a good cause. That's the theme of a new partnership between the RFDA and Confederation College. The students in the culinary management program are taking part in a new food production course with a focus on helping feed those who need it most. Riley McManus reports.
The Regional Food Bank and the college are working together to not only better the students' skills, but the community as a whole.
This is a tremendous opportunity for our students to learn something that they don't necessarily get to learn in a lot of instances. They have a bunch of product that they need to turn into meals, and we have students that need to learn how to do it. So it's a perfect partnership right now.
The students take their learned knowledge of cooking and expand it by preparing for larger amounts than ever before. Around 700 to 800 turkey dinners with all the fixings will be handed out at the end of the day. The forces behind the creation of this combined program were Tanner Harris with the RFDA and Culinary Program Coordinator Ken Veneroos.
I was kind of passionate about it because I think I was like a lot of people in Thunder Bay who are a bit ignorant to what goes on, because we're very fortunate, some of us, and there's a lot of people who are less fortunate. So when we realized the demand and the need in the community, this program, this class, production cooking, fit the bill.
Harris, who is a Confederation College alumni and is currently the food services manager at the RFDA, expands on the importance of a program like this.
These students can kind of see firsthand where this food is going, and kind of makes them feel good about doing something good. I think they're really going to start feeling that sense of pride in the work that they do.
The passion was felt all through the kitchen as the students worked together to deliver healthy meals to those in need, with each knowing their role in the production line. Angelina Mancuso is a first-year student with the program. She says she loved the experience in learning something new.
It feels amazing that I'm able to be a part of something like this, because it's such a great cause, that we're able to do this for people in need.
Both organizations agree that what they have currently is working, but of course are always thinking of the future.
I think down the road we will be able to do more with the RFDA because they're expanding their operation.
The combined efforts of both the RFDA and the college shows the devotion to helping others by providing meals for the less fortunate, while the students learn compassion and beneficial cooking skills for their future. Riley McManus, TBT News.
The First Nations Land Defense Alliance is continuing to grow as the group welcomed in the Ojibways of Enigaming last week. Enigaming Chief Jeff Copenant says the decision to join the coalition, it was an easy one.
The reality is that the Ojibways of Enigaming, our First Nation, has remained in a state of emergency since 2014. And things have gotten worse, to be quite frank. We've been calling for help, and thankfully the other First Nations that we've met in this alliance have reached out. And to be quite frank, they're going through the same things.
The alliance was initially formed in January of 2023 by Grassy Narrows, KI, Niskantika, Wapakika to protect their land and water from mining and exploration companies. Group members met last week in Winnipeg to welcome Enigaming and reaffirm their support for one another. Copenant says they all have the same goal of trying to provide a better life for their community members, especially the youth, and joining the alliance is a peaceful way to call for action.
They also don't want to see cyanide and mercury from nearby mines contaminating our lakes and fresh waters and our food supply as well. So that's the reason. Again, it's not in any way to attack. It's not in any way to be violent. It's not in any way to be aggressive. It's a peaceful, non-aggressive call for help, a call for action, for people to stand together, particularly for the water, particularly for the land, but mostly for our future generations.
Woodcrest Elementary School held the GotSkill Skilled Trades Boot Camp this week in their gym for grade 8 students who are interested in exploring different career paths involving skilled trades. The event brought students through 8 rounds of activities with help of community industry leaders proficient in their field. Jaden Billick has more.
The students at Woodcrest were able to get a fully hands-on experience involving the 6 main trades. The gym was set up in stations and students were rotated through them every 30 minutes, giving them plenty of time to get involved with what was being presented. Each station was equipped with a competitive and mathematical element, allowing them to become fully engaged and challenged. Roger Dersher with the Lakehead Public Schools says this experience gives the kids a chance to see if skilled trades may be the right career path for them in the future.
It's one of many pathways, but it's a hands-on event, and to see if we can spark an interest. We're encouraging all the students, as part of the scoring of the event, is to interact with the mentors and ask them what the career path was for that particular individual, and so that students can take that knowledge and decide if that is a career path they want to choose.
Starting next year, high school students in grade 9 and grade 10 will have a mandatory tech credit in their semesters, in an effort to raise awareness to the skilled trade routes kids can take post-secondary. This program allows students graduating into high school to have a head start in picking a course that is just right for them. Lakehead Public Schools aims to host an event showcasing different trades every year.
So this is our first one, and we have a few extra staff here that are taking lots of notes. We're trying to make it modular so that it is easy to transition into other schools, so we can expose as many students as we can. The hope is one day that we can get to that every grade 8 student will have this event before they go into secondary school.
Student feedback is very important for this kind of event. Many had smiles on their faces, even when they were focused and hard at work. 2 students in particular were very appreciative of this experience and are excited to go into their grade 9 year with a good idea of what they want to do in the near future.
Thinking about taking woodshop at Hammersholt, so just to get a feel for the trades, feel for cutting, and we were there for a tour, so they get to build some cool stuff. Then they get some cool opportunities with apprenticeships in grade 12. So,
what do you think you're going to go into?
Probably culinary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite station here today?
The culinary station.
So what did you have to do? Were
So-
you like making the batter and everything? Or?
Yeah, from scratch.
Cool.
Dersher is thanking the sponsors, mentors, and businesses alike who had involvement in this program, an effort to make kids like Oliver and Shinuki feel just a little bit more comfortable while picking their courses, and eventually their future jobs. Jaden Billick, TBT News.
Local skiers and snowboarders took advantage of this weekend's nice weather to hit the slopes. Both Loch Lomond and Mount Baldy saw a steady stream of people throughout the day who wanted to enjoy everything both hills had to offer. Jessica Clement has a story.
Sunday's weather was in Loch Lomond's favor as the hill was packed with families who wanted to enjoy the slopes. And the conditions were perfect for its first slopestyle competition of the season. Snow School Director Andy Goss says the hill has most of the runs open except for 3. The Jolly Giant needs to be packed down before opening up, and he says they're hoping to get that done by this week. While the Chicken and Old Joe's runs need a bit more snow. Thunder Bay has been warming up again, with Sunday seeing a high of 2 degrees. However, Goss says they're not too worried.
It's not the best. I mean, it's going to make it nice for skiing, and that it's going to soften up the snow. We're hoping it doesn't get too warm. I mean, it does get cold at night, which is nice, so it tightens things up and then softens up during the day. I mean, we've almost got perfect spring skiing conditions this upcoming week. So.
Meanwhile, on the other side of town, Mount Baldy also saw a steady stream of people come by. Baldy has most of their bigger runs open, but is also waiting for more snow to open up the rest. Like Goss, Baldy office manager Emma Johnson doesn't think the warmer than normal temperatures will be an issue.
At this point in the season, a little bit early for January with the warm weather, but honestly, Dan and the rest of our crew making snow every day and usually most nights as well are working hard to get new snow out there, and I don't think it'll be an issue for now, and I think it'll be pretty good.
And we spoke to skiers and snowboarders at both hills who said they were happy to make the most out of the warm weather.
The weather is super good for skiing today, and it's just really good.
Perfect. Yeah, it's very warm. Like I just had my jacket off when I was going skiing. I just put it on.
Very good. I was getting too hot.
The snow is really packed, so it's easy to ski, not like when it's fresh snow and it has to be paved.
It's really nice out today. It's a great day for skiing, and the snow's pretty nice.
I saw it on the weather app. It's really nice. It's just a nice day. I thought it would be a nice day to maybe make some plans with my friends.
Jessica Clement, TBT News.
And we're now joined by sports anchor Josh Marano. Josh, some very skilled skiers out there, clearly, just like some very skilled curlers from Thunder Bay impressing this weekend.
Yes, and it's going to be history for some Thunder Bay locals. 2 teams heading to their respective tournaments. We'll have that coming up for you after the break.